guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, and I have some fun videos for you. You guys, today, I feel like I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. And today I'm feeling a peak, okay? in this kind of perhaps splitting roads that I know which road I'm going down, but I feel like I'm still being pulled into trend land. We always go over what the trendy bags are. We always go over what the unexpected cool bags are, even what the vintage cool bags are. I would like to explore today, why is it that we always want what we don't have? First and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos 3 days a week, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. This has been spurred by a piece that I literally just purchased, trying to find a more unique version of an sold out, trendy, cool bag, specifically the Miu Miu, either suede pouch or Napa leather pouch. It needs a chicer name, but listen, I'll take it. I have some sort of sickness, okay? Do we see these little, I say this every time, with little vanity style pouches. 5 years ago, I figured out was this the first one? Yeah. For the first time, I bought my first like literal barrel bag, the Louis Vuitton Papillon 32. I'm totally forgetting the numbers, that I just gave to my brother because it's one of his favorite bag styles and he has multiple in different colors. And I thought he could use, not that I'm styling him, he's way cooler than me. I thought that he could use a classic monogram one because that's my Louis vibe. And I just love a tube bag. They're like Mary Poppins bags. I don't know why. It's probably just like really easy physics. I did not do the best in physics, okay? There's definitely science behind the fact that so many more things fit into a cylindrical shaped bag. I have no idea. However, I can attest to the fact that that is true. They can have such a small profile. I'm really trying to get away from this word, but they're very flattering. I know that's so bad, but they just look good on every silhouette, on every body, every gender. It's just such a cool thing. And the second the Miu Miu one dropped, I said, gosh darn it, I'm gonna be needing this one. And I went to try it on in person and I was like, oh my God, thank God they didn't have the color that I wanted, because my friend may have seen me make a horribly irresponsible choice. And there were things that I didn't even align that well with. The lining is different than I thought it was gonna be. Not to say that it's bad. The colors, maybe I would want a color that's, you know, a little bit different from something that I have. There were things that I was making sacrifices for with that bag because it's just so cool. And then I have seen everywhere that it's selling out, that it's so hard to buy, that you have to contact your sales associate, that it's in this store and oh, somebody just bought the last one. And I thought to myself, I'm gonna try so hard, okay? I'm gonna try so hard to not play this game, and I'm gonna find a vintage cool cylinder bag to just like quench my thirst. And thank you to Rihanna, I was influenced to buy this tiny little nothing of a bag, little vanity, literal pencil case, vintage Fendi bag that is so tiny, so cute, so ridiculous. I got it for a good, like a steal of a price. And it did a little bit quench my thirst. Like something about it made me say, okay, this is adorable. This is different. I haven't seen anybody out in the wild even with most of these bags, honestly, that I'm going to talk about. Why is it that I initially, and maybe still now, had such a pull to get something, especially because it's selling out, especially because I'm constantly seeing really cool TikTokers with it. I thought that that would be a fun, I don't know, maybe that's just like too much information, a fun anecdote to start with. Yes, I did just drop her on the floor. It's okay. She's vintage, she can take it. I thought that would be a fun anecdote to start with, because then I all of a sudden like really genuinely tried to look at my wish list, which is upcoming, and think to myself, okay, are there any bags on this wish list that are just trendy, that I just kind of want because somebody else says it's amazing? And I found some. And I thought that we'd explore them today, because this is honestly somewhat selfish, because I'd love to know if you guys have had really good success stories with like super trendy, really cool bags that were so hard to get that you had to fight to get. Now they're your favorite bag of all time. Or have you guys kind of been duped before in the past and felt like, everybody said this is the best bag of all time and I barely wear her. She went up for sale and she went to a new home. Because yes, I've experienced that, but there are some uber trendy bags that I just have never gone for and kind of let that, you know, let that ship pass, and some of which maybe I look back on and regret, and some of which I'm very glad that I haven't purchased. And my number one on this item of questions for future purchase is possibly going to be the most shocking and also possibly the most predictable, because we can harken back to a few months ago when I made the statement of, okay, I think I'm ready for another Hermes bag, because I am obsessed with an Hermes hack. And I absolutely really did, and possibly made multiple videos about it, really considered, okay, is it time for a Birkin? And that I think I almost talked myself out of within about a month, which was honestly not that bad, because I said I only want a 35 or 40. I know myself. It's for the vibes. However, who do I think I am? I'm not going anywhere. I don't do anything. I literally barely travel. I have my cute little weekend bags that are perfect and amazing and I love them. I do not in any way, shape, or form need a Birkin. No way, shape, or form. I don't go to an office. Listen, it is so wildly inappropriate. For a mom bag one day, would that be a vibe? Absolutely. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And so I immediately turned my attention to a hack. And I have made the statement multiple times. I know hacks are going to be the new Birkins. I think that people are going to be looking for something different. And here's where this, here's where the psychology comes in. I think people want things that are different. And I always knew myself. I always knew I'm not a Birkin girl. I remember when I was about to get my Kelly, asking my dear friend who's been in the fashion industry for decades, to be honest, not to say his age, but he's been in this industry for a very, very, very long time. And he was like, what are you going to get yourself, a Birkin? And kind of rolled his eyes. And I was like, no, I'm not a Birkin girly. I'm a Kelly girl. Ridiculous. That I could psychoanalyze that statement in another time, the privilege of it all. However, I knew then that I wasn't a Birkin girly, and this was only 2.5 years ago when I was seriously considering and hunting. It was probably longer than that. I was really, it was at crunch time. I knew I wanted a Kelly. I knew then that I wasn't a Birkin girly. Why all of the sudden have I wanted that shape, whether it be a Birkin or a hack? And I think that I almost said everybody if you saw my mouth. I think that a lot of people are feeling the same. I think a lot of people are now turning to hacks because it's different. It's the OG. It feels original. I haven't seen them out and about at all. And I live in kind of a little Birkin haven where I see a lot of 25s and 30s all the time. And slowly but surely, I've seen some of our favorite cool people, influencers, stylists bust out hacks instead of Birkins. Arvin Alano, one of my favorite interior creator. You have no idea how many times I commented on his posts like, oh my God, you're iconic. This is amazing. Went to Japan and got 2, bow down. It's iconic. He's iconic. I love you so much, Arvin. And I then, from those videos, really said to myself, okay, do I have FOMO right now? Am I just feeling like I need to all of a sudden sell something or sell multiple bags or sell my Cartier Juste Clos, which was a major idea for a few months, and get a hack? And for the last couple of weeks, I've been sitting and settling in with that thought. And that's why now we're here today doing this video, because I was like, do I actually want a hack? Or do I just want to be the first person who's finding, not really, because Kim Kardashian exists and all the cool people of the 90s and Kimora Lee Simmons who had the hack and proudly toted it around town. I'm nobody new. Maybe in this iteration of this version of our community, I would be one of the first people to bust out a hack and unbox that. I really had to check myself and say, do I actually want to hack, or would I just feel like I was a pioneer? Honestly, I'm not sure. And I can humble myself and say, maybe I just wanted to find something different and new and be cool. And you guys, a lot of you guys have stopped me and said, you're not going to wear it. Where are you going? Like, it is such a cool travel bag. Even the Hack 32, I honestly I wish I need to bust out my Kelly more. I've been on a mini bag kick. She's never leaving my collection, of course, but needless to say, all of this yapping on is about concept of what do we actually want for ourselves? And if there was no internet, if before tabloids even, was it, you know, a luncheon that got us like, oh, so-and-so had this bag, now I need it, you know? Like, what were the inner dialogues like back then? Because I have to now, see, this is crazy. I have to now try to say, wait, did I immediately love that shape? Or did I love it because actually yesterday I saw a TikTok on it? That I think is a very interesting question. And the last bag for this video, which I think, again, it's just 3, but again, it's more so the philosophy behind it, because the truth is that we all have different lifestyles, we all have different needs. Probably all of these bags would work perfectly for one or many of us because they're so well made. We love that. We've gone over that 1,000 times. However, this is a really good one to end on, because if the bigger question is, do I actually want the things that I want, or am I wanting them because I've seen them so many times, people have attested to how amazing they are? And this is gonna be a crazy one because yes, the Real Margot is absolutely, you know, the biggest one on this list, the last one on this list to end with the real ringer. Because over the last at least 2 years on my channel, I've been saying, of course I'll have a Margot one day when I have kids and I need to chuck their soccer cleats in. I don't even know. I was like, what is a soccer thing? Soccer cleats in there and, you know, put on some dinosaur toys and I can put a book in while I'm waiting. It's just, I have, you know, my fantasy land. I so have that vision in my brain. However, I've been honest in the past. The Rose Sophia bag, instantly, in my soul, knew that that was an amazing bag. I guess I'm answering my question from a few moments ago. The Bottega Veneta bandana foulard bag, didn't even know it was a designer, didn't know it was Bottega, didn't even know it was luxury at all. I like felt an instant, oh my gosh, I need that bag. And so yes, it does happen, just so much more seldomly. I never felt that for a Margot, never once. I love my Mom's Inside Out 17 Margot. That is iconic to travel with. However, I always even said the 17s are where it's at. It's cool, it's billowy, it's vibey, but I don't need one. And I then, for the last, probably, this is embarrassing, but probably a year, have really toyed around with the idea of, should I sell a bag or two and get a Margot 10? Because that size would work for my lifestyle. It's like I'm then trying to formulate my life for the bag because so many people have it. And then not just that people have it, and it's like, then they have 5 and they wear it all the time. And they have these amazing images and photo stories and shoots that they do with it. And it just looks fabulous and gorgeous and iconic. But again, when I have seen them in person, unless it's being worn, then I'm like, oh my God, yes, queen, you are the vibiest person of all time. This is amazing. There's only been one Margot that has made my heart flutter and get so excited, and that is the belted Margot of several years ago. I love the handles inside. I love the 15 size and I love the belt. And so I then am trying to check myself. And again, this doesn't have to just be, you know, I'm inserting Margot in here. Insert whatever bag you're toying with that has reached, you know, the nth degree of cool popularity, trendiness. Because my open-ended question is, do I need that? Or do I have amazing everyday bags that I can kind of pop things into? Yes, it would be cool. Maybe I do need one more open style bag because yes, I'm a New Yorker and so I get paranoid, but like sometimes it is annoying to zipper and have to hold a coffee in your phone or whatever, and to have to maneuver a closure. One open bag in my collection I could use, but does it need to be a Margot just because tens of thousands of people have it and show it off beautifully on the internet? I'm not sure. I'd love to know all of your thoughts. Please, if you will, tell me down below, indulge me, if you will. Tell me down below, what is the trendiest, craziest bag that has lived in your brain rent-free that you have not pulled the trigger on because maybe something's stopping you, and maybe this is a question to us all. I'd love to know what bag that is. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.